Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach. Thanks everyone for being here. We have a minyan. Yes, we do. I believe we do, which is great. So thanks everybody for being here. It's pretty hard after 2 nights of staying out late for Seder, so appreciate everybody showing up. We will start on page 1 with Yedid Nefesh. This is the song about the extra soul for Shabbat. So even though we have a minyan, we could still use a little bit more. Page 1. Yedid Nefesh HaRachaman, Yedid Nefesh HaRachaman, Meshach Avdecha El Retzonecha, Meshach Avdecha El Retzonecha, Yarutz Avdecha Page 3, Lehu Neranana. Lehu Neranana, Neranana, Ladonai Naria, Naria, Letzor Yishenu. Lehu Neranana, Neranana, Ladonai Naria, Naria, Letzor Yishenu. Nechad Mafanav Betoda, Bizmirot Narialo, Hiel Gadol Adonai, Melech Gadol al Kol Elohim. Lehu Neranana, Neranana, Ladonai Naria, Naria, Letzor Yishenu. Lehu Neranana, Neranana, Ladonai Naria, Naria, Letzor Yishenu. All right, Psalm 96, page 5. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Barechu Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom Yeshuato, Zabru Bagoyim Kevodo, Bechol Ha'amim Miflotav, Ki Gadol Adonai, U'Kol Me'od, Norahu, Al Kol Elohim, Ki Kol Elohei Ha'amim Elilim, Va'adonai Shamayim Asa, Od Ve'hadar Lefanav, Oz V'Tiferet Be'mikdasho, Havu Ladonai Mishpechot Amim, Havu Ladonai Kavod Va'oz, Havu Ladonai Kevod Shemo, Se'u Mincha, Uvo Lehatzrotav, Yishtachavu Ladonai Behadrat Kodesh, Chilu Mipanav Kol Haaretz, Imru Bagoyim Adonai Malach, Avti Kontevel Baltimot, Yadinamim Bemisharim, Yismechu Hashamayim Betagel Haaretz, Yirahayam, Umelo, Yalo Sada. Excellent. I'm glad that there's so much ruach even after staying up late for 2 nights. People have maybe been traveling. Very appreciated. We will continue on the bottom of page 12 with Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'nishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'nishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'nishtachavu lehar kodsho. Page 13, Mizmor LeDavid. Mizmor LeDavid, Havu l'Adonai b'nei Havu l'Adonai, Kavod va'oz, Havu l'Adonai, Kevod shemo yishtachavu l'Adonai, L'hadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai, all hamayim and hakavod birim. Adonai, almayim rabim. Kol Adonai, v'kol Kol Adonai, v'hadar Kol Adonai, shomer ha'rezim, v'shaber Adonai, et arzei ha'lanon, v'yarkidem kemo v'egel, Lebanon, v'ziryon, kemo v're'enim, Kol Adonai, Chosed la'hakodesh, Kol Adonai, Yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai, midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai, Yechol el ha'yalot, v'ylech esof, ye'arot, u'kehalo, kulo omer kavod, Adonai, la'vam yashavai yashav Adonai, melech le'olam, Adonai yos, le'amo yitain Adonai, yivarech et amo b'shalom. All right, page 15, the Hadodi. You guys are all regulars, so you know this, but we do the first 2 and the last 2 stanzas. Leha dodi, likrat kala, pene shala lekabela. Leha dodi, likrat kala, pene shala lekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Yishmiyanu el ha'mechad, Adonai echad, Yishmo echad, L'shem al tiferet, L'tila, L'hadodi, Likrat kala, Pnei shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi, Likrat kala, Pnei shabbat nekabela. Likrat shabbat lechu v'necha, Ki Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Lecha Bela, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Lecha Bela. Bottom of 17. Yaminu Shmol Tifrotzi, Be'at Adonai Taritzi, Al Yadish Ben Parsi, V'nismecha V'nagila Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Lecha Bela, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Lecha Bela. Please rise and face the entrance. Hovi V'Shalom Ater Tvala, Gam V'Simcha U'V'Svala, Tov Emunei Yom Simula, Borichala. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Lecha Bela, Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nai Shabbat Lecha Bela. And to any mourners in our midst, we say Hamakom Yinechem Etchem B'toch Sha'ar Amalei Tzion V'Yushalayim. Marshall, I see you looking at the Sidurim. Do we have the wrong Sidurs?
No, keep going.
Okay. I had that same thought. You may be seated. Page 19. Psalm 92. Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, Tov Le'odot L'Adonai, U'Zamer L'Shimcha Elyon, U'Zamer L'Shimcha Elyon, L'Hagid B'Boker Chastecha, Ve'emunata B'Leilot, Alei Asur Ve'alei Navel, Alei Gayon Mechinot, Mizmor Shir L'Yom HaShabbat, Tov Le'odot L'Adonai, U'Zamer L'Shimcha Elyon, U'Zamer L'Shimcha Elyon. We continue silently to the middle of page 20. Sadikata Bar Yifrach, Ke'erez Lebanon Yizkeh Sheturim, Lebeit Adonai Lechazrot Eloheinu Ya'afrifu. Page 21. Adonai Melach Ha'ut Levesh Adonai Osi Tazar Afti Kontevel Bal Timot Nechon Kisecha Me'az Me'olamata Nasa'u Naharot Adonai Nasa'u Naharot Kolam Yiseu Naharot Doch Yam Mikolot Mayim Rabim Adirim Mishpareyam Adivarom Adonai Edotecha Ne'enu Me'od Lebetecha Nava Kodesh Adonai Le'orech Yamin. Please rise from the Baruch Hu, page 22. Baruch hu atah Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ad. You may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'dvarav ma'ariv arabim. Yom v'layla gola l'or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or u'ma'avir yomim v'vein layla u'mavdil vein yom u'vein layla Adonai tzivot shemo El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai amariv arabim. Page 24. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahaveta Torah u'mitzvot Chukim u'mishpatim Otanu limadeta Otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu le'shavleinu V'kumeinu nesiyach bechukecha V'nismach le'divrei Toratecha U'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki hayenu V'yorech yameinu U'ahem negei yomam v'layla negei yomam v'layla Ve'avatecha al tasir Mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai Oher amo Yisrael Oher amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu advarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzadecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam b'manecha v'dibartam v'shivtecha v'beitecha u'chaletecha b'derech u'shorecha u'bekumecha u'shartam le'otam yadecha v'hayu l'totefot b'einecha u'chatam al mezuzot beitecha u'yishorecha. Lemon tizkaru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hoseti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'yod lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet Adonai Elohechem emet emet. Page 32. U'malchut tov ratzon kivu aleichem Moshe v'nei Yisrael l'chanu shira v'simcha rabba ve'amru kulam Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh Norah tehilot sefer Baruch Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. 33 Hashkivenu. Be prepared, we will be doing a round. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Ve'amidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Ve'amidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Ushol Tzeitzenu, U'oreinu, L'chaim u'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. We'll start with this side. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom. Ve'amidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom. Ve'amidenu Malkeinu L'Chaim. Ufroselenu Sukkot Shlomecha, Baruch atah Adonai, Aparei Sukkot Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Amo Yisrael, Ve'al Yerushalayim. Please rise for Bishamru. Bishamru Bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasod et HaShabbat, Ledoratam Berit Olam. Beni uvein Bnei Yisrael, Oti Leolam, Oti Leolam, Oti Leolam. Bishamru Bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat, Lasod et HaShabbat, Ledoratam Berit Olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. L'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabbat, lasod et hashabbat, ledoratam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash. L'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabbat, lasod et hashabbat, ledoratam berit olam. All right, we invite up Reuben Goldberg for Hatzi Kaddish.
Yikada v'yikada shemei rabba,
Amen.
ve'amad yivrach yirtei v'yamlech malchutei,
V'chayechom yom echom, u'chayedecho beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, u'bizman karev.
v'yimeru
Amen. Yeshmei rabba mevorach, eolam ne'amaya yitarach.
yiparach v'yishtalach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalach shmei kudisha
Rechu,
le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata
tushechata b'nechem hartata miran be'alma.
v'yimeru
Amen.
Yasher Koach. All right, we have the private Amidah, which starts on page 37, and I just want to confirm with people that know more than me, Susan, Marshall, probably many others, there's nothing different from Hol HaMoed, correct? Or there is?
No, it's not.
Okay, great. Okay, there is an additional prayer on page 44. Continue with the abbreviated repetition of the Amidah Matbeh Tefillah on page 49. Vayachulu hashamayim b'haaretz v'chol sevam vaychol Elohim bayom hashvi melachto asher asa vayishbot bayom hashvi mikol melachto asher asa Vayibarach Elohim et Yom HaShvi, Vayikadesh Oto, Ki bo Shabbat mikol melachto, Asher bara Elohim la'asod. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el ha'gadol ha'gibor v'ha'nora El Elyon konei shamayim va'aretz Magin avot b'dvaro Mechayim mitzim b'ma'amaro Ha'el ha'kadosh she'en kamohu Ha'miniach le'amo B'yom Shabbat kodesho Ki v'amratza le'aniach lachem Ki v'amratza le'aniach lachem Lefanav na'avod b'yirah v'fachad V'nodeh lishmo b'chol yom tamid Me'en brachot Adon HaShalom Mekadesh HaShabbat U'orech Sheni U'meniach B'kedusha Le'anik Dushnei Oneg Zecher L'maseh Bereshit Eloheinu Elohei Avoteinu Ritzei V'mnuchatenu Ka'ashenu b'mitzvotecha V'letein chelkenu b'toratecha Sarenu mituvecha V'samchenu b'shuatecha Le'avdecha ve'emet ve'han hileinu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ahava u'le'ratzon Shabbat Koshecha ve'anu kol Yisrael le'kadesh Shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Kaddish Shalom. Yikadal v'yikadash Shemei Rabba. Ve'amad v'chirtei v'yamlichachutei v'chayechonu v'yamechonu v'chayedahu Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uvizman karivi maru.
Amen. Shmei Rabba Mevorach.
Le'olam le'amaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalel Shemei Dekudesha. Le'elam yichoverchata v'shirata tishbachata v'nechemata da'amiran ve'alma v'yimeru.
Amen.
Titkabal tzolotanu v'utahan d'chol Yisrael. Kodama v'chanda v'yishmaya v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yahi Shlomo Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'akol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
Osei Shalom b'mromav
Yaseh Shalom.
aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'akol Yoshei Tevel v'yimeru.
Amen.
Alright, time for the short drosh. I did promise in my email 45 minutes for Friday nights, and I feel like Rabbi Bloom already because I keep looking at the clock. All right, Exodus 12:19. No leaven shall be found in your houses for 7 days. For whoever eats what is leavened, that person shall be cut off from the community of Israel, whether he is a stranger or a citizen of the country. To prepare for Pesach, many of us rid our homes of chametz, or leavened food, to one extent or another. In my home, my enthusiasm for doing this depends on how much energy I have that year in late March, early April, what my work demands are, who's sick that week. But inevitably, I do endeavor to go through my pantry, my fridge, sweep, cover surfaces, boil utensils, take out dishes. It's time-consuming and physically demanding, but ultimately, it's satisfying. The last night before Pesach, after you complete all of this arduous work of cleaning, you're supposed to search for pre-hidden pieces of chametz with a feather and a ritual called bedikat chametz. Just out of curiosity, does anyone do this regularly? Okay. This is a task that can only be done after dark and by the light of a candle. Once the pieces of chametz are found, they're burned, and Pesach can start the next day. So in addition to ridding ourselves of physical chametz in the form of food, our sages have long associated this practice with a higher spiritual cleansing. We're not just supposed to get rid of our pasta and cookies, but we're supposed to cleanse ourselves of spiritual chametz. So what is spiritual chametz? According to Rashi and others, it's synonymous with the Yetzer Hara, the inclination towards evil that we all possess, which is balanced by the Yetzer HaTov, the inclination to do good. We're not required to rid ourselves of the Yetzer Hara. It actually does have a purpose, but it has to be kept in check by the Yetzer HaTov, or it can overtake a person. From the Mishnah, Barakot 1782. Master of the universe, if it revealed and known before you that our will is to perform your will, and what prevents us? On the one hand, the yeast in the dough, the evil inclination that is within every person, and the subjugation to the kingdoms on the other. So what physical chametz might be cluttering your soul? What is it that you would want to get rid of? Grudges, jealousy, mistrust, misplaced anger, shame, fear, guilt. Physical chametz is a lot easier to get rid of than the spiritual kind. There's no cleaner, no quick fix to resolving the dark places within. It's difficult and uncomfortable to shine a light on these parts of ourselves. For some of us, though, it might feel like we permanently have a spotlight fixed on all of our mistakes and flaws, but we don't use a spotlight to perform bedikat chametz, that final search for leavened food. We don't use the light of the sun. We don't even use the light of the moon. We use the gentle light of a candle. and the soft touch of a feather to brush the crumbs away. When we find that hidden crumb, we don't judge ourselves for not having cleaned thoroughly enough. We're just relieved that we're one step closer. We set it aside and burn it, letting go of what no longer serves us and is cluttering our minds. Rabbi Bachya wrote, "So too we are obligated to search and check the chambers of our inner being for intentions and bad thoughts. Just as Bedikat Hametz is not valid by sunlight, nor by moonlight, nor by the light of a torch, but only by the light of a candle, so too the Bedikah of the Yetzer Hara must be made by the light of the Neshama, or the soul." So why do we have to use a candle, which is a very dim light? And if you've ever done Bedikat Hametz, it's actually quite difficult, even when you were the one that hid the pieces, to find them. By one opinion, we use the gentle light of a candle because if we see too much of our own imperfections, we'll be frightened and want to look away. We never find all the crumbs before Pesach, no matter how hard we try, just as we have a lot of crumbs that emotionally and spiritually we'll never be able to really let go. But to repeat one of my favorite passages of Pirkei Avot, which our speaker last Saturday also repeated, "You are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to desist from the task." So I wrote this all before the start of Pesach when I was emptying my cabinets and getting ready to do this, but the sentiment still stands. It's too late this year to clean out any crumbs. Whatever's there is just going to have to stay there. But it's not too late to clean those crumbs from our inner selves. Let's look at what we carry in our hearts that no longer serves us, but is weighing us down, and consider if we might be able to burn it or let it go. Shabbat Shalom. All right, now we bless our children or anyone near you that you feel comfortable blessing. If you're my child, this would be your cue to come up here to get blessed. You know who you are. All right, for boys, we say, Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim b'chi Menashe. For girls, Yisimech Elohim ke'Sara Rivka Rachel v'Leah. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ye'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. Okay, please rise. We are going to count the Omer because I'm not going to forget it. I have it written down to remind myself. All right, and I do the shorter counting. It's on 273, and I'm just starting in the middle with the bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav b'tzivanu al sifirat ha-omer. Hayom shnei yamim la'omer. Today is the second day of the Omer. All right, we remain standing for the Aleinu. And I just realized I forgot to do Kiddush.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, keep standing. We need that. I have a shot of something here that's probably grape juice. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'yahava u'ratzon yignenu, zikaron l'maaseh Bereshit, kidu yom tefillah l'migrei kodesh, zecher l'tziat Yisraelim, kibanu v'charta, Tanu Kidashta Mikol Amim V'Shabbat Kodshecha V'Yahava U'ratzon Hikatanu Baruch atah Adonai Me'adesh HaShabbat. L'chaim. Oh, I think that was Manischewitz. What a treat. Okay. Oh, yes. Thank you for telling me that. And we'll be sure to introduce her at the end, or have her introduce herself. All right. Stay standing, page 57 for Aleinu. Aleinu
L'shabeach l'Adon ha'ol, Atei Gdula le'oseh Bereshit, Shelo asanu ha'aratzot, Velo samanu k'mishpot ha'adama, Shelo samchavenu b'hem, Ve'gor aleinu b'chol ha'olam, V'anachnu orim, U'shachavim u'modim, Lifnei Melech Malchei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, She'emunot Shamayim ve'yoseh haaretz, U'moshe mikoro b'shamayim ima'ah, U'shkinatu zo, Ve'kaveh merodim, Hu Eloheinu ve'enod, Emet Malkeinu efes u'mato, Ka'katu v'torato, Ve'nata yom ve'asherota, Elevabecha, Ki Adonai hu Elohim, B'shamayim ima'al, Ve'ha'aretz mitachar Eloheinu. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai imlach le'olam va'ed. Ne'emar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol ha'aretz. Vayom ha'hu yeh Adonai echad. U'shemo seated. This Shabbat, we lovingly recall the memory of our departed relatives and friends whose yahrzeit we observed during the week of 17 to 23 Nisan. Bessie Altman, Rose Applebaum, Sydney Ehrenbart, Albert Louis Bloch, Pavel Blymenkrantz, Raymond Bolton, Claire Mincis Broff, Mildred Bernstein, Renee Davis, Ezekiel DeKoven, Jerome Desser, Judith Diamond, Shlomo Fixler, Charles Friedman, Lily Fedora Gelfand, Saul Gillick, Edward Bernard Glick, Murray Goldstein, Richard Gray, Abraham Grossman, Samuel Heine, Abraham Hoffman, Sidney Sepsel Kahane, David Klein, Stephen Lazar, Gussie Lesson, Albert Levine, Shelley Jane Raskin Lipton, Howard Maccabee, Michael Nicholas Miller, Aaron Noodler, Nancy Quitman, Eve Reingold, Sophalina Reingold, Marilyn Reinman, Rosalie Rogers, Lynn Sandberg, Samuel Schechtman, Therese Schwartz, Connie Schwartz, Annie Silver, Jacob Weinstein, Birdie Weisbrod, Nathan Weissman, and Augusta Wolfs. And we remember recent passings, Carol Robinson, wife of Rabbi Art Gould. If you are in mourning, or if it's your custom to do so, please rise for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 61. Yikadal, Yikadash, Shemei Rabbah, Yamad, Yivrach, Yotei, Yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon, Yomechon, B'chaye Dechol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, B'zman Kari, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mikorach, V'olam L'mei Maya, Yitorach, V'yishtabach, V'yitahar, V'yitraman, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei B'kudisha, V'rehu, La'elam Mikol Berchata, V'shirata, Tushbachata, V'nechemata, Ta'amiran Ne'ema, V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabbah Min Shemaya, L'chaim Aleinu V'yam Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. Osei Shalom Yimama, V'yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'yam Kol Yisrael, V'imru, Amen. May the memory of those who you're here to say Kaddish for be a blessing. And also thank you to everyone who's in the room to help support those individuals so that we have a minyan so they're able to say Kaddish. That was my guilt plug. Okay, but you don't need the guilt because you guys are here. Okay, so before we close with Hatikva, a few announcements, but we have a guest. So if you would feel comfortable introducing yourself to us, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer. I'm a local. We lived with for 11 years and I decided to come by and visit.
Welcome. Thank you for introducing yourself. Announcements. Tomorrow there are services at 9:30. We have Linda Bernstein here. It says I'm the Shaliach Tzibor with her, but I'm not. It's going to be all her. Let's see. She's also giving the Devar Torah, it looks like. What else this week? Oh, thank you to Laura Gabrielle for our greeting tonight, assisted by Eyal. Thank you, Eyal. Next week, I think the office is closed through Wednesday. Actually, no, all week it looks like. Pesach does not end until Thursday at sundown, so we do have matzah in the back. Next Friday, regular Shabbat services. Please continue to come on Friday nights or encourage your friends to come so that we can make sure we always have a minyan.
There's a Pesach service Thursday morning, right? Isn't there? Like a late one?
Yes, thank you for that. There's an 8th day Pesach service with Yiskor, actually, importantly at 9:30, Thursday, April 13th in the chapel. And we do, of course, Monday morning have minyan at 8 a.m. like we do every Monday. And Thursday, although again, it is late this week because it's the Pesach service. On Tuesday, April 18th, there's a community Holocaust commemoration at 7 p.m. at Temple Sinai. It looks like it's also going to be live streamed. Let's see, Friday, April 21st is the next Shabbat dinner. So that was a pretty big hit last week. RSVP to Susan. This is a family one, so it's all ages are welcome. And Susan has her text study at 9 a.m. on Zoom on Saturday before services. I think those are the main announcements. Anything I'm missing? No? All right, so we will conclude with Hatikva, not just because I like it, it's short, but with, things are kind of heating up a little bit in Israel. I'm, not prepared or qualified to talk about what's going on, but there is some rocket activity and some other things going on. So Israel is in our minds. So please rise for Hatikva on page 65. Kol od v'leila hanima nefesh Yehudi homiyah ufa'atem Mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia. Yerushalayim, Liotam Chofshi,